Hello, my name is Ryan Ashker. Welcome to the Sports News on CW57, your home for local high school, collegiate, and club sports. This week we visit with McFarland, DeForest, and much more. It's the Sports News brought to you in part by the Red Zone. Now let's get you off the bench and into the game. The University of Wisconsin and Syracuse University have announced the schools will play a home-and-home series starting in the 2020 season. The Badgers will host the Orange at Camp Randall Stadium on September 12, 2020, marking Syracuse's first visit to Madison since 1972. Wisconsin will then head to the Carrier Dome on September 11, 2021. The teams last met in the 1997 Kickoff Classic in East Rutherford, New Jersey, which was won by Syracuse 34-0. Wisconsin also announced that they have moved the dates for the road games at BYU and South Florida in the 2017 season. University of Wisconsin men's basketball coach Bo Ryan may be having a change of heart about retiring at the end of the upcoming season. According to a report from ProsCrescent.com, Ryan said that the athletic director Barry Alvarez told him he could change his mind at any time. Ryan said he hasn't submitted any paperwork and could stay another 4 to 5 years. Coach Bo, who took over in 2001, said the announcement was made in June so recruits would know that he could not guarantee he would be around for the next 4 seasons. Gearing up for the 2015 season, the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater is favored to win the WIAC championship for the 10th time in 11 years, according to a preseason poll. The Warhawks claimed their 34th WIAC title last year on their way to their 6th national championship, where they defeated Mount Union, Ohio in the Stag Bowl for the 2nd consecutive season. With Ken Bowles entering his first season as head coach, Whitewater holds a 32-game win streak, the longest active streak at any level of college football. Brewers general manager Doug Melvin has announced that he will be leaving that position at the end of the 2015 season. Melvin is expected to stay with the club in an adversary role after a season which saw the Brewers as sellers at the trade deadline. The team lies in last place in the AL Central and is in a rebuilding mode. The Brewers will be looking for a younger GM that better understands the analytics of baseball, according to owner Mark Adanasio. The Madison Wolves of the Gridiron Football League lost in the GFL championship game over the weekend. The Wolves fell 21-8 to the Chicago Chaos at Horlick Field in Racine. Wide receiver Matt Brockman of the Chaos was named MVP of the game after recording 4 receptions for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. With high school football season upon us, let me remind you that CW57 is your home for high school football, covering all 9 weeks of the regular season and 18 local teams. It's the return of the A1 Furniture Bowl Series, which will be kicking off this weekend, featuring Waunakee and Edgewood. Join myself and Eric Rogers all season long to get your football fix right here on CW57 Sports. Stay tuned. It's the Sports News here on CW57. We'll be right back in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to the Sports News. Right now I am joined by Terry Sauer of the Columbus 151 Speedway. Terry, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you having me on.
And we understand you're here. We're going to talk about the Dick Moore Memorial. Tell us a little bit about that.
Dick Moore Memorial is an annual race held at the Columbus 151 Speedway in honor of Dick Moore, who was a owner of the Speedway. The family purchased it back in 1980, and Dick passed away in the late 90s, and every year we've had a large race, a huge event that night to honor his memory.
And obviously this is a really big event for Columbus 151 in memory of Dick. I understand this is the only race going on at Columbus 151 this season.
Yes, it is, Ryan. We're trying to make it a big event since it is the only race. We've got a lot of sponsor input, a lot of fan and spectator enthusiasm. Many local businesses are looking forward to sponsoring the event. We have business such as Wise Guys Auto Repair in Columbus, TNT Manufacturing in Sun Prairie, Dick Sickert Racing out of Lake Mills, Diesel Specialist at Madison, Service Specialist in Sun Prairie. Just a few of the sponsors we have lined up.
And I want to touch on this because it is, very important to, I know you and myself as well. Why is this the only race going on there this season?
It's been a strange year for the Speedway. The Moore family owns it. Shirley's the mother. She's 80 years old. Getting tired of the work. It's a large undertaking to run a Speedway every year. Excuse me. And she decided she was going to sell the property. MATC, the college in Madison, wanted to purchase it. They come to an agreement, and then a month or two later, the family decided they wanted to keep the property, and now they're in negotiations to try and make that happen and work things out.
And with that, it's a fantastic track. They put on a great show. I know I have some history with the track as well, as you're aware. I used to announce there, but this Friday night is the event actually itself, and it should be a fantastic show. So we want to encourage you guys to go out there and see some great local racing. Now, as far as future plans, what's on the docket for the track?
Well, your experience there, you know firsthand how passionate racers and fans are about their sport. There's going to be a lot of input this week, this Friday night. Racers from past years are going to be there. Old timers, veterans will have their cars there. I even plan on having my car there.
Okay.
And we're hoping to build this event, get some exposure, make it a success, and build for the future for next year. We want to continue the Speedway operation, of course, and we're hoping this event makes that happen next year.
Well, we want to wish you good luck with that. That's coming up this Friday night, the Dick Moore Memorial at Columbus 151 Speedway. Terry, thanks for joining us here on the Sports News today.
Thanks a lot, Ryan, and I hope to see all you folks at the races Friday night, August 21st at Columbus 151 Speedway.
Hello and welcome back to the Sports News. Right now we are joined by Aaron May of Wanakee. He is the Activities Director and gearing up for a very exciting fall season. Aaron, thanks for joining us here today.
Oh, thank you. I'm great to be here.
So talk to us a little bit. We know you're about to get very busy. How is the fall season shaping up for Wanakee?
We've got just some tremendous coaches, some tremendous athletes, really working hard. You know, we've got football team starting up here in a week, but girls golf and has already been going strong. So same with tennis, will be starting up here with their competitions. But we've got some great guys working hard out there.
And you mentioned that football team starting up. We're actually covering Wanakee's first game this season. That's going to be part of the A1 Furniture Bowl series right here on CW. It's going to be Wanakee and Edgewood. Tell us a little bit about that game as you guys are getting ready to go.
Well, you know, Coach Rice has always had a strong program, and we've got some kids with just some high expectations and really committed. So they're going to come out on Friday and give their best, and hopefully we come out on the winning side when it's all said and done.
Now for you, what has been the best part about joining the Wanakee family and becoming a part of that program?
Really the student athletes I've been able to meet already, and then the coaching staff, top down from the students to the coaches, have been unbelievable in helping me and how committed they are to Wanakee.
And where did you come from originally? What led you to becoming a member of that Wanakee family?
Before this, I was at Sheboygan Falls in a similar position. I was an athletic director there, and really just loved it. And then when the opportunity to come and join a school with the reputation of Wanakee, I just jumped at the chance.
I can't blame you for that. Now, you mentioned a little bit that girls golf is going on. Football's right on the way. What are some other events coming up for Wanakee we can look out for?
Well, we've got coming up this, with volleyball starting up, we actually host a 20-team scrimmage coming up in a week. So we'll have every gym basically in the district used, and just some unbelievable volleyball going on right at the start of the season.
Now, what about expectations? You mentioned now volleyball, girls golf, football coming up. What are expectations for this team? We know the football team is always looking to visit Camp Randall. What about some of those other teams, things that you might be able to have some input on?
Well, you know, I think all our coaches and all our players, their very first goal, or one of their very first things they want to do is win conference, win the Badger Conference, and then from there just build on that when it comes to WIA playoff time.
Understandable. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us here on the Sports News today.
All right, thank you.
Aaron May, he is the Activities Director for Wanakee. We'll be right back with more of the Sports News in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to the Sports News. Right now we are joined by the Monona Grove Golf Team. We have Kim, Michaela, Andrea, and Ione. Thank you for joining us here today.
Thanks for having us.
So what is the outlook for the upcoming season?
Well, we're very hopeful. We've had, Coach and I currently have been coaching the team for 4 years, and we're very optimistic about where we've come from and where we're going. We're looking to basically win a lot this year, more than we ever have.
Fantastic. Now, what have you girls been doing in the off season to get ready for the year? I know I'm a horrible golfer and I get out as rarely as I can because no one wants to see me on the course. You guys are good. So what, do you just play a lot of golf in the off season, or how do you get ready for the year?
We've had 5 girls this year that have played in at least 1 or 2 Wisconsin Junior PGA events.
Wow.
Michaela and I here have played in, I think, 13 or 14 each. And we went to the Lake Arrowhead Invitational this year, which is an invite for the top 30 girls. Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned you had 5 girls that played in several tournaments. How has the team grown, not only in numbers, but also, you know, being able to come together and work as a team?
Well, over the number of years, we've grown from being a group of girls. We've always had great girls on the team, but we've grown from a group of girls that play casually, wanted to be on the team, but just play golf and nothing more, to a team of girls who actually want to compete and win and improve year after year and round after round.
And from what I've seen so far, you guys have a group of characters. What makes that team unique? What brings you all together?
I think what makes our team so unique is that we're really close, and although we are serious about our golf game, we also joke around and have fun. Our coaches join in and make jokes about us and whatnot. We have a great time together, and I think it really helps how we play the game.
Now, long-term outlook, not only this season, but in the future, where do you see the team going?
I really feel like our team can excel in the future. We've built a really good foundation so far, and I see us being unstoppable in the future.
All right, and I have to ask, talking to you guys off air, I heard a funny story, a unique story about you guys. Can you share that with us?
Last year we were on our way home from a tournament that had gotten rained out, and there was an awful storm. And we were driving on like some back roads, and then there was like a huge flash of lightning, and we heard a crack, and a tree started falling, and we could see it falling, and then it fell and it hit the back of our bus, and we all screamed, and our coach was like, "Oh, what was that?" And, he thought it was a twig, and so we went back later, took a picture of it, and it was just a massive tree. So that was kind of our funny, scary story.
At least you guys came out of that okay. I guess that's the important part.
Yeah.
The Monona Grove Golf Team, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here on the Sports News today.
Thank
you.
Thanks.
Hello and welcome back to the Sports News. Right now we're joined by our friends from the DeForest Swim Team. We have Sue, Michaela, and Megan. Ladies, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having us today.
Sue, share with us some of the past success that the DeForest Swim Team has had.
Well, in the last 11 years, we've placed in the top 3 in the state for Division II girls swimming, and 10 out of the 11 years, and the 1 year we placed in top 6.
Now, swimming, it's a team sport, but also individually driven. So how are you able to motivate swimmers? What makes swimmers better and gets that drive going?
Well, for the swimmers, I feel that they have to be intrinsically motivated in order to be part of the team because they're working so hard. And for some of them, it's just their personal best times or being part of a team. For others, lettering, and for others, it's placing at state and getting up on the podium. So for a coach, you have to balance all those things and try to get everyone motivated and keep them together as a team.
Makes more sense. I was thinking sharks is how you motivate swimmers. How are you able to build the team atmosphere? We know Michaela, Megan, you two are the team captains, of course, but building the team atmosphere, being able to have everyone come together and succeed, how do you build that?
So the first week of practice, we do a lot of team building activities just to get to know each other. And the first weekend, we traditionally run 2 miles from our high school to a local restaurant and eat breakfast together. And every week we do what we call Wednesday at the races, where it's just fun relays.
And then out of practice, we have the upperclassmen drive the freshmen and sophomores, and that's a great bonding experience for the younger ones to get them to know us a little better. And then before every meet, we have pasta parties at people's houses after practice. So we kind of just go there and eat a bunch of food, I guess, and that's a great bonding experience too.
Okay. Now, as we're looking forward to this season, how does the team shape up? What are some of the expectations for the year?
Well, we're a young team. 2/3 of our team are underclassmen. They're freshmen and sophomores. So we're just getting in the water this last week. We're trying to figure out where people are starting out and where we can get them to by the end of the season. So we're looking to vie for the Badger North Championship and get ourselves back up there, #1. That's our goal.
And you mentioned being a younger team. Who are some of the returning athletes? Who are some people we can look forward to watching with the DeForest Swim Team?
Well, we lost our 4 seniors last year, excuse me. We lost our 4 seniors last year that did participate at the state meet, but we still have Michaela Barger coming back, and Gabby Lake was the state swimmer, also Anna Pilecki, but we have a lot of our other younger swimmers that I could see making it onto the state team this year.
Fantastic. Well, we want to wish you guys good luck on the upcoming season, and thank you very much for coming on the Sports News today.
Thank you for having us.
That is Sue, Michaela, and Megan out of the DeForest swim team. We'll be back with more of the sports news in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to the Sports News. Right now we're joined by our friends from Sun Prairie Football. We have JP Curran and Jack Mostricht here with us today. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So what are the expectations for Sun Prairie come this upcoming football season?
I think the expectations should be pretty high. I really like the group that we have coming back right now. A lot of young, older guys that are experienced and got some playing time last year. So I'm really excited about what we could do this year, and I feel like it could be a really great year for us.
And you guys are opening up the season against La Follette. What is the team doing to prepare and get ready for the kickoff?
Well, we have a lot of great coaches who are doing a lot of extensive game planning, and as a team, we are preparing. We've been preparing for the last 2 weeks now with 2-day practices, and now we'll get to doing more specific game planning and watching a lot more film on La Follette specifically.
Now, football is the ultimate team sport. All 11 guys have to be on the same page while they're on the field. What are you guys doing to build chemistry, come together as a team so you can perform on the field?
We're doing a lot of things to build chemistry. Just recently, last week, we took a break from practice, and as a team, we all went bowling. And that was just a great experience. Everyone had fun together, get to know each other a little bit better. And I mean, team chemistry is such a key thing to have, and it can really affect the outcome of your season. And I feel like so far it's been pretty good.
Well, coming up this season, there's a milestone ahead for Sun Prairie. We understand you guys are going for your 500th win as a program?
We actually already got it. Our last game last year against East, the last regular season game, we won our 500th win as a program since 1945 under 3 coaches, Coach Hahn, Coach Sheehan, and Coach Kaminsky. So we're going to be celebrating that for our first home game on the 28th against Beloit, and that'll be really cool. We'll have guys from every decade who have been on the Sun Prairie team since 45, so 40s, 50s, all the way up till currently, and then that'll also be our youth night, so that'll be past, present, and future, all at Ashley Field. It'll be a lot of fun.
Very impressive. Now, as far as you guys are concerned, looking ahead, what are the goals for the football team?
For the football team, Coach Kaminsky always preaches 3 goals. First, you gotta get 5 wins so you can get into the playoffs. Second, we want to contend for the Big 8 championship, and we feel like that's a reachable goal. And the third is make a good run in the playoffs and hopefully get that state championship.
Understandable. Well, gentlemen, we want to wish you good luck on the upcoming season. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Sports News today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Sports News. Right now it is time for the AEI Dish McFarland Sports Report. And joining us we have Trish Fortune, McFarland volleyball coach. Trish, thanks for joining us here today.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for having me.
So give us a bit of an outlook on your upcoming season. What conference you guys playing? Who's favorited? Where are you guys going to end up?
You know, we're in the Rock Valley North Conference. We split into 2 halves, North and South. So we're in the North with East Troy, Jefferson, Edgerton, Whitewater, us, and Evansville. And, you know, I would say East Troy is definitely favored again. The conference is looking to still be continuously tough, but I think we're a close second, and we're really hoping for getting East Troy at home and maybe sharing a conference title with them.
Okay. Now, tell us a bit about the team. Who do you have coming back? What can we look forward to as we're tuning in to McFarland volleyball?
We have 5 of 7 starters returning. So we have a lot of skill, a lot of good volleyball IQ. We have a good junior class coming up. Our JV was undefeated last year, and so we have a lot of juniors coming in with some competition. We have a few returning all-conference players, whether it be first team, second team, honorable mention. But we have a good competitive group and a lot of possibilities, and so I'm super duper excited about that.
And tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been coaching? What led you to be the McFarland volleyball coach?
I grew up in a sports family, and I played volleyball in high school and college, and just really have a passion for the sport. Love being in the gym. I have been head volleyball coach at McFarland High School for 14 years and coached there 16 years total. Previous to that, out of college, I was head volleyball coach at Grafton High School. And again, just reiterating my passion and love for the game.
And as you're getting ready for the upcoming season, just another one to add to the list, share with us some of the excitement you have, what we're excited about, and what to look forward to.
I would say, I think I mentioned before, the possibilities. With 5 to 7 returners, 5 of 7 returning starters, excuse me, and a strong junior class, we have a ton of possibilities and a ton of options to work with, and that's what's most exciting. I love the kids. We have quality, nice kids in McFarland, and walking into that gym with that energy and just volleyball being so fun, I know it's going to be a good season.
Fantastic. We want to wish you the best of luck on the upcoming season, and thank you very much for joining us here on the Sports News today.
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you once again for joining us here on the Sports News today. You're home for local high school, collegiate, and club sports. We want to thank all of our guests for stopping by. We also want to thank the Red Zone for being a big sponsor of the Sports News here today. Stay tuned all week long for more of the Sports News and great local shows right here on CW 57.